much, now I'm swallowed.
Francis Ngannou made an emotional return to MMA on Sunday, breaking down in tears after delivering a dominant first-round knockout victory over reigning Professional Fighters League (PFL) heavyweight champion Renan Ferreira. Ngannou, who had been through a deeply challenging period in his personal life, was visibly overwhelmed after the fight, which marked his comeback to the sport. Ngannou, known as the baddest man on the planet, showcased his trademark power and skill during the bout. After escaping a takedown attempt by Ferreira, he quickly turned the tables, taking control of the fight. From a dominant position, Ngannou unleashed a relentless series of left hooks that left Ferreira defenseless. The referee was criticized for being slow to stop the fight, leaving Ferreira to endure a brutal barrage of punches before eventually collapsing face down on the mat. The fight was finally called, but by then the damage had been done. As the fight concluded, Ngannou turned away from his fallen opponent and, overcome with emotion, leaned against the cage and began to sob. His tears were not just a release of adrenaline from the victory, but also a reflection of the personal loss he has endured in recent months. Ngannou's 15-month-old son, Kobe, tragically passed away 5 months ago due to an undiagnosed brain malformation, leaving the heavyweight star devastated. The memory of his son was clearly on Ngannou's mind after the victory. In the post-fight interview, he dedicated the fight to Kobe, saying, "I can't think about anything but my son. I took this fight for Kobe." He urged fans to remember his son's name, emphasizing that without Kobe, he would not have been in the ring that night. Ngannou described the emotional turmoil he faced leading up to the fight, noting how difficult it was to stay focused while dealing with such profound grief. "It has been tough. Not only the training camp but the past few days have been full of emotion," he said. "I tried to be strong and give everything, but it's hard." Ngannou's victory on Sunday was his first fight since suffering a knockout loss earlier this year to former boxing world champion Anthony Joshua. Prior to that, Ngannou had also lost an exhibition match against boxing superstar Tyson Fury, following his exit from the UFC in 2022. Despite these setbacks, Ngannou's performance against Ferreira reminded fans of his incredible strength and tenacity. In the lead-up to the fight, Ngannou had admitted that his emotions were running high, acknowledging the impact of his son's passing on his mindset. "It's motivation that I really wish I wouldn't have had," he told Al Jazeera when reflecting on his son's death. "This kind of loss changes you forever. You have to find a way to live with it because it never goes away. It becomes a part of you." Ngannou is now signed with the PFL and has the option to pursue big money fights in Saudi Arabia. However, his future in the sport remains uncertain, with his next opponent yet to be determined. Despite the uncertainty, Ngannou's return to the ring has reignited his career and demonstrated his resilience both inside and outside of the